What a king. Look how handsome that dragon is. It's all for the animals. That is just rude. So the whole house now smells of arse. What's going on, everyone? Andrew from Reptiles back with another one. Another day, and shock horror, guess what? Another bioactive setup. Again, a part one. This time it's Diego, the adult male bearded dragon we've got. Rango's was done in a previous video, as you saw. Today was his turn because I had some spare substrate left over from the leopard geckos that you saw in the video prior to this one. Now, you may or may not be glad to know that I'm now out of substrate. All right, so no more bioactive setups as such for a little while. To be fair, everyone's pretty much done for now anyway. One of the next updates is going to be everyone's getting either LED lighting or completely new lighting and heating across the board. For example, the leopard geckos, as I said in the last video, are going to go from heat mats to overhead heat, UVB, and LED lighting. Right, let's do a quick before. Hello, King. What is going on? Hey, you're about to get a beautiful upgrade. I mean, sort of a part one, because I'll say you've got some LED lighting coming as well. But let's have a quick look at your current setup, which, like I've said before, is okay. It's not amazing, but he's got places to climb, places to hide, places to warm up, places to bask, whatever. Different heights, all of that. It's okay. However, you just wait, you handsome devil. You just wait until this is done. I tell you what, you deserve this and more. What a king. Look how handsome that dragon is. All right, well, I've put him in his little temporary enclosure for a minute whilst I do this. It shouldn't take long. The bad news with this enclosure is that because I've got that one on top, the glass doesn't come out. So this is going to be a little bit more difficult. Like, it could come out, but that's aggro and the possibility of things breaking. Another quick side note, actually. Not only have I got that going on, but two of the snakes didn't eat last night and decided to drop their rats in their hot hides. So the whole house now smells of arse. So that's good. That's good. I'm sure the missus has been buzzing with that all day. Bastards. Anyway, let's get on with this new setup. Part one, just the plants, just the substrate. I do have the LED lights. They are going in very soon. But just for now, all I've got time for is the substrate and plants. So let's see how it goes, shall we? Now, just to reaffirm, just like the last one, the reason why I'm not getting rid of all of the sand is because it was all changed within the last sort of 6 to 8 months anyway. And obviously I want it slightly sandier. So I've got rid of like the top layer where all the muck was and residual lettuce that he hasn't eaten, or not just lettuce before you come for me. So yeah, I've just got rid of that, and then I'm going to mix the rest of the substrate in with that. Alright, so again, apologies because the glass doesn't open or come out, but let's have a little look, see what we're looking at. So this piece of bogwood is quite good because it's almost got like a natural opening in it. So I've created almost like a cool hide there. He's got plenty of spaces to hide around there. Now his log, as you saw before, was coming more out to the front. Now the reason I've kept it in the back this time is because that's further underneath or closer to the underneath of the UVB. Now, he has always had access to bask underneath that UVB, but I think that might just be in a slightly better position. And then once we put the plants in and things like that, it will probably look a lot better. Moving over to the other side. So the hot side, we've got a place where he can chill under there, hide underneath in the warm side. He can bask on top. There's a stone there that's going to be soaking up a lot of heat, so there's going to be a nice surface temperature. And again, it's just going to be better once the plants and stuff go in. So speaking of the plants, I bought a bit of a selection, right? Now, the succulents, definitely. One of these is going in Rango's enclosure, because the snake plant that was in there with her, it's too tall for that enclosure, so he's going to have that. I think he's going to have one of these, and the other one is going to go in the cresty tank, because it's just looking very bare and not very colourful. A couple of the plants are doing quite well. Let's have a quick look. A couple of the plants are doing quite well, but it's just, I don't know, it's a little bit bare. I think it could do with a splash of colour and another plant in there. He'll probably kill it, but it is what it is. Now, left or right, which one would you put in the cresty tank and which one would you put in Diego's enclosure? I'm about to make my decision. This one is going in Diego's enclosure. All right, full disclaimer, I forgot to press record when I put the bromeliad and the snake plant in. My bad. Let's carry on. I'm sweating. Let's carry on. Right, and until the LED goes in, here we have the new setup. He's not in yet, but I'm happy. I mean, obviously, it just looks 1,000 times better, doesn't it, really? There's no two ways about it, it just does. It could still do with more. All right, here's the thing. Here's one thing I have learned since I've started doing these as well. So essentially what you're meant to do is you're meant to set up these bioactive enclosures with obviously the lighting, everything, put the plants in, and then you're meant to let them actually grow in for a month or so before introducing the animal. I already have the animal, so that's not really a possibility for me. I don't really have a temporary enclosure or blah, 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 or anything I'd be comfortable leaving any of these animals in for a month. So it is what it is for now. Until Reptile Room 2.0, which there could be news on soon, not sure. Regardless of where the Reptile Room is, these guys might be getting new upgrades with builds by myself anyway. So with that being said, they'll be in these enclosures whilst I build their bigger enclosures, and then I can plant them and let them grow in for a month, and then hopefully I can get them in that way. Now, is he going to eat a lot of these? Quite possibly. Rango has already destroyed one of her aloes, and the snake plant didn't fit very well. One of them doesn't look like it's doing very well because of the lack of lighting, but again, the lighting is going in soon. So we'll see. We'll see. For now, I'm happy with this. It looks really good. We'll get him in a second and we'll see what he thinks. But again, I'm happy. You know, I'm going to put in the crested gecko enclosure, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of baby woodlice. So I'm going to go and grab a few of them, put them in the enclosures and just see how we get on. But yeah, the next thing you'll see in a moment is Diego going back in his enclosure. There you go, big boy. Come on, off you get. Come on, off you get. Oh, boy, I swear. There we go. What do you think? Do you like it? Well, we'll give you a bit of time to find out, shall we? But yeah, look at him. Looks good. Looks really good. I'm happy with that. I mean, obviously, he's the most important part about it. As long as he's happy, I'm happy. Now, he hasn't been unhappy, but is he now going to be happier? Right, the word happy is annoying me now. Sorry about that. Let's hope so. But yeah, I'm going to carry on tidying up, having a little clean up, and we'll see how he's getting on in the next 5-10 minutes or so. Okay, is that what you think of it, is it? That is just rude. That is just unbelievably rude. Oh. Oh. This is unbelievable. Back to hell, Satan. All right, take two after we've cleaned that up. Cheers, buddy. A couple of little off-cut spares from Rango's new edition. Right, well, that was rude, like unbelievably rude, but you are a beautiful boy, so it is what it is. And that is Diego's new setup. What do you think, buddy? Now, like I've already said about 1,000 times before, LED lighting is coming. It's literally sat in the hallway. It's ready to go. I just need the time to do it. But once again, there is another enclosure setup. How long it's going to last and look like this, I don't know. He's already shit all over it once. However, it's all for the animals. Now, I know this video isn't really about him, but whilst I was mentioning those plants, let's have a quick look at Nando's enclosure now. That bromeliad has gone in, and to be honest with you, that's a beautiful plant. Giving him a spray, I've taken out the dead plants. This one's still doing all right somehow. I've got it planted in the back there. But this enclosure is going to get redone at some point as well. Shock horror. But yeah, this plant's doing all right. I mean, apart from getting eaten by some locusts when I do give him some, and he doesn't eat them because he's only got half a brain cell. Apart from that, not bad. Not bad at all. Actually, one more update before this outro as well. You see this marine saltwater fish tank here? It's getting fucked off. Fully fucked off, to be honest with you. The clownfish are going to a very good home. A good friend of mine on Instagram, Mini Reefing. He's a genius when it comes to reef tanks, so they're going to go and live with him. That coral that actually apparently was doing better without lighting, I'm going to give that to him as well and see if it survives. But the amount of money and time and effort I've sank into this tank, and I've got nothing out of it, which sounds really selfish, but nothing I've done has worked. So at some point in the future, the far future, we'll try again. But next time I'm going to have a bigger stand, or I might build a stand where I can fit a sump in it that can have a skimmer, that can have, you know, all the bells and whistles. It's weird because I've had nano reef tanks before that have had a hang-on back filter, no skimmer, no LED lighting, and they've thrived. I don't understand, but this tank has just been pissing me off from start to finish. So what we're doing instead, there will be an update on that and probably a video, knowing me. The marine setup is going. We're setting up probably, at the minute as it stands, African cichlids instead, which for those of you that know about fish tanks, African cichlids, it's dechlorinated, heated tap water, some rocks, maybe some logs, and some fish. Jobs are good. And they'll eat plants, or they won't eat them, but they'll destroy them. So it's going to be a rockscape, maybe some bogwood, maybe some sticks, things like that. A big pleco to help keep it clean, and that's it. That's all, because we've got so much else going on at the minute, as you've seen with all of the reptiles. Has she thrown that? Right, Rango's already thrown that new aloe in there over the floor again. That's good. It's just caused us hassle. So the marine tank is going. We're going to replace it with African cichlids. But again, that'll be a whole nother video. That's about it. I tell you what, let's go to the outro. And that's it. All done. I'm happy with that. Oh, the wife has just got home. Hello. Let me know what you thought. Pros, cons. Again, it's probably one of those do as I say, not as I do, because ideally you should, as I said in the video, leave it to plant in for a little while, or grow in, sorry. But me being who I am, I've got to do it there and then. You'll see it shortly with LED lights, everything like that, and we'll get another update. But that aside, everyone, that's it. Thank you for watching. The numbers are steadily growing, but if you could leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all of the good stuff, and we will see you in the next one. Peace out.